National Nutrition Natural Health Reviews. 3 minutes of the latest naturopathic info with Canada's leading nutrition experts. Watch, learn, and get healthy naturally.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jonathan Beatty, naturopathic doctor and a health expert here at Nationalnutrition.ca. As we move into the fall and winter months, one of the things that afflicts many Canadians is the flu or the influenza virus. This virus is characterized, it creates a number of symptoms, most commonly your cough, your runny nose, your sneezing, often accompanied by fatigue, muscle and body aches can be thrown in the mix. And so, these are your typical symptoms of the flu. The flu is basically caused by contact with too many particles of the flu virus, and it's orally transmitted, or respiratorily transmitted. So basically what happens is when somebody around you with the flu coughs, sneezes, they excrete these particles into the air, and then if you inhale them, touch them, and then touch your mouth, you can then contract the flu virus itself. Now, just being exposed to the flu virus isn't enough to actually cause the illness. You need to also have a weak enough immune system that the virus is going to overtake it. So for what we're going to talk about today is some of the strategies that you can do to improve your viral immunity. Basically improve your immune system's ability to fend off not just the flu virus, but other viruses as well. So one of the biggest things with the flu is seasonal. And one of the reasons for that is that basically as we move into the winter months, the sun goes lower in the sky and we get fewer hours of daylight. Well, what this translates into is lower ability of people to actually create vitamin D. Vitamin D is created when our cholesterol in our body reacts with radiation from the sun, and you can actually create vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is well known for being a hormone for bone health. But what people don't realize is vitamin D is also incredibly important for supporting our viral immunity. And so if you have a deficiency in vitamin D, you end up being more susceptible to contracting the influenza virus. So therefore, I often recommend, if you don't supplement through the summer months, which I do recommend, I definitely recommend supplementing vitamin D through the fall and the winter, not just for proper bone health, but to actually ensure that you have proper viral immune function. So again, supplementing vitamin D, one of the most important things you can do to prevent the flu. The other most important thing is simply washing your hands. Regular hand washing just helps reduce your exposure, because when somebody sneezes or coughs the virus into the air, if you don't inhale it yourself, what happens is those viral proteins are going to settle on your environment. And then let's say you touch a door handle, you touch a countertop where somebody sneezed, you could contract the virus that way. The more frequently you wash your hands, the less likely you are to then contract the flu virus from your environment. So regular hand washing, adequate vitamin D, two of the simplest, most effective things you can do to prevent the flu. Now, if you want to work even harder than that at preventing the flu, another thing I often recommend is astragalus. Astragalus is a type of herb, it's called Astragalus membranosus. It's a very important herb for our viral immune system. It actually improves our body's ability to prevent viral infection, and therefore I often recommend it to people through the winter months. Another good one is something called Sambucus nigra, or elderberry. Why elderberry is so effective is it actually prevents viruses from replicating. So it actually creates a blockade. So as the virus infects you, it tries to replicate itself. And what Sambucus nigra does is it actually interferes with the virus's ability to replicate. It makes it easier for your immune system to come in, eliminate the virus, and ensure that you have proper health. Now, a few other things you need to maintain: adequate protein intake. Many people don't realize this, but if you don't take in enough protein, your body can't make the antibodies required to eliminate viruses. Antibodies are made of protein. If you have a protein deficiency, that can negatively impact your immune system's ability to function, making you more susceptible to those viral infections. So to summarize, intake adequate vitamin D, use herbs like astragalus to help stimulate your immune system, use a herb like elderberry or Sambucus nigra to help prevent the virus from replicating, and really practice proper safe hand washing to reduce the transmission of the virus when it is flu season, and essentially all times of year for that matter. So check out more of our natural health videos, subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. And remember, knowledge is health.